Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be showing you guys some photos from a recent baseball game I shot, and at this game I took my 300mm f2.8 and coupled it with my 1.4 extender. So with this extender attached to the 300 f2.8, it is now a 400 f4. So this works out really well for baseball considering it was super sunny out, so losing that stop of light from 2.8 to f4 was no big deal. Now, the benefit of having the extra length up to 400 millimeters is I can shoot from different areas without any issues of the net on the backstop. So I threw the extender on and I went to the top of the stands at our college stadium and I shot down into the field instead of normally where I shoot is on the third base line inside the dugout. So being able to be at 400 millimeters, your lens doesn't see the net, so you could shoot through the net and still hit your autofocus perfectly fine. I had no issues with the R6 focusing on the players that I needed to shoot as I was behind the backstop and up into the stands. One thing to note about using a teleconverter or an extender is typically your images won't be as sharp when compared to not using the extender. So if you look at my past 300mm photos and compare them to the 400 with the extender, 300 with the extender, you will see there is a slight unsharpness, I guess you could say. It's just not as sharp, so there is that loss of it. And the way I try to battle it is I normally try to shoot at like 5.6 on my f-stop. That way there's a little extra depth to the shot in hopes that it will kind of help sharpen the image. So this isn't something I do a lot. I don't use the extender or a teleconverter very much, but in occasion when you're trying to change things up from a stadium that you shoot often, you have to find different angles, and I felt like the 400 was going to be beneficial to me in trying to get those new angles or those new shots that I was trying to capture. So I'm sure in the future I'll try this out with just the 300 without the extender, because if that is doable, then now I can change it up. Instead of just shooting the third baseline or the first baseline, I can change it up by going up in the stands with the 300 and get some different angles and different shots at better angles. One of the biggest benefits that I found with shooting up in the stands from where I was shooting is being able to capture third base. Typically, I am on the third base line right by the dugout, so I'm only like 15 feet from third base, and with a 300, it's just too tight. You're typically only getting maybe torso up or just even just the head on a diving catch or a steal, whatever it may be. So being able to shoot up in the stands, I was able to shoot towards shortstop and towards third base and actually get the face of the player when they're sliding or when they're diving for the ball, whatever it may be. And I just felt like that angle was really beneficial to be able to capture a player that I typically can't capture the best composition on because I'm so close. So I'll definitely be up in the stands more often on occasion to make sure I can capture the players in the best composition that I can. Another benefit of shooting behind the home plate is I can shoot straight onto the pitcher. As you can see in the photo that I shared, I'm able to shoot straight down onto the mound, and it's compositionally, I feel like it's a very good image because you're not getting anything that might be in the background like the trees or the train that might be going by occasionally. It's just the turf, it's just the field. And I think color wise, the colors really pop and look really good, being able to just fill the image with the turf and the player. So with that said, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I appreciate if you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.